It's showtime.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live right now from Tall Man Studios, somewhere here in Florida. And tonight, we are going to be talking about, well, are us cruisers stupid?
Sometimes I wonder.
I know there's a lot of people out there that think cruising's stupid to begin with. And I don't know. Are we just stupid people?
Well, if you have to ask.
It's a loaded question.
That is totally a loaded question.
So we're going to be talking about some of the news. We're going to be talking about are we stupid as well. Everybody, we hope you had a fantastic week followed by this past weekend. We hope the weather has been okay where you are from. Down here in Central Florida, the weather has not been too bad at all. So we're pretty happy for that. And why is my thing not coming up here? Who the heck knows? It just, look at that. It's not moving. I can't see.
What's not moving?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. That's what I do. We're going to figure it out on the fly. So everybody welcome Mr. Cruise Fever, Danny Mac, Little One-on-One, John, Gina. Good evening to everybody. We hope you guys are all well. We'll talk to Bev, Irene. Anybody seen Patricia, by the way?
I haven't seen Patricia in a while.
Anybody seen Patricia? Patricia, we
Yeah.
hope you are well. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about the cruise news. Just a few stories, and we want to have a conversation about this. If you're with us live, we do things a little different. We are doing this live, and we want to have a conversation with you about the issues in the cruise industry these days. And so there was a recent cruise on P&O Cruise Lines. It was a December 26th cruise on the Britannia, the P&O Britannia, which is 143,000 tons. It was doing a 16-night New Year's Eve cruise, Southern Caribbean, out of Barbados.
Oh, nice.
And the cruise developed some technical issues, as seems to be the phrase that the cruise industry uses these days, technical issues.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right? I got to love that phrase, technical issues. Anyway, so they ended up having to miss some ports. So first of all, they had to miss, I think it was Aruba, because of bad weather. And so they ended up at a day at sea. It was too windy. They couldn't get in safely. So they missed Aruba.
Oh, no.
Then after that, the technical issues started, and it forced them to go back to Barbados, which took a couple of days.
I imagine it did.
So they ended up having to stay in Barbados while they were fixing the technical issues for a couple of days. And meantime, because of which, they now have missed a couple of more ports.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
They were supposed to go to St. Lucia, which they had to skip, as well as Antigua, and they had to skip that. However, they added Martinique instead. So here's a cruise, 16 days, New Year's Eve cruise, right? Departed on the 26th of December. You're expecting this, and what ends up happening is something completely different. So at what point does the cruise line need to cough up, a couple of bucks to say we're sorry?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one because, I mean, we know, anybody who's cruised before knows that, things can happen, and, you can miss a port for technical issues or bad weather, but, I mean, port after port after port.
I mean, I understand the bad weather. You can't predict weather, right? I mean, Lord knows weathermen have been trying to predict weather forever. They're generally not pretty good at it.
No. It changes hourly. Oh, now this hour I think it's going to do this.
Today I think we had like a 10% chance of rain, and it rained. It was like anyway. So
We can have an 80% chance and
and
doesn't
then it doesn't
rain.
get anything. Yeah. So no, look, weather issues. I mean, it happens a lot where you have to skip a port because of bad weather, especially like Grand Cayman, which is a tender port. You know, if the winds are up and the waves are up, you can't safely get off the big boat, the ship, to get onto the tender.
No, you
right?
can't.
So I understand having to skip because of that. But now the ship has developed technical issues that's not weather related, that's arguably cruise line maintenance failure. I mean, potentially. I mean, equipment does fail. Okay? But that's neither the fault of the passengers. It's not weather. It's
No.
right. And to my knowledge, and everybody that's out there watching right now, listening, let us know what your experience has been with something like this. But I believe in our history of things like this, the cruise line has said, well, look, we're going to give you a little bit of onboard credit. Maybe we'll give you a prorated amount back for the ports that we missed because of the technical issue, because that rests solely on the cruise line, right? Well, in this case, these poor folks, they're getting nothing.
No.
No onboard credit, no refunds, no nothing. In fact, in the letter, it suggests they go to their insurance companies if they had taken insurance out on the cruise to get some refund from them. However, I'm pretty sure insurance companies don't refund for missing ports.
I don't think they do either.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Oh, that's horrible.
Right? And so I just think that's, incredibly unfair. Now, at the same time, P&O and a lot of the other cruise lines, we're dealing with other issues related to the U.S. Activities in Venezuela because they had the freeze on aircraft and stuff. So there was another ship where there were like 5,000 people from P&O so they were dealing with that issue on top of it. So maybe that exacerbated the situation when it came to funds and things. I mean, I don't know. But each situation should be handled as a separate situation. And if they're at fault, which the cruise line's at fault, respectfully, I feel there should have been something.
I agree. I mean, this is extenuating circumstances. This is not like it was windy and we couldn't dock. They literally went back to the home port for repairs for days. And yeah, I think that's extenuating circumstances. I think that is just unacceptable.
Here's what else I find interesting. They started running out of supplies. Now,
I got nothing for that.
Right?
I got nothing. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you're at your home port. You should be able to be resupplied.
If need be. Okay.
I mean, you get resupplied when you stop at other ports.
Okay. Just let's throw the technical issues aside for a moment.
Okay.
You're on a 16-day cruise. There needs to be enough provisions on the ship, food, drink, toilet paper, shampoo, right? All these things.
Well, of course.
For a 16-day cruise.
Yeah.
And respectfully, most cruise lines will actually carry an extra 2 weeks worth of supplies because you never know when there's going to be an emergency or a technical issue, right? So they started running out of supplies, food, drinks, started limiting drink options, right? And so here are people now, okay, forget the ports. They've paid for the drink package, but they can't use it. They can't drink, or at least to the amount they may want.
Oh, they totally need to be giving out some OBC, some onboard credit for that at the very least. I mean, how can you run out of alcohol?
Yeah,
that is the one thing that people can turn to for a little enjoyment when things happen. I mean, that's
Hi, Patricia. She says she's here. Sorry.
Yay!
It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
That's fine. I mean, we were wondering where you were. We were a little
Yes.
worried and concerned, and so we're happy you're here.
yeah, you guys chime in and let us know what we see. I'm over here. I'm trying to read through the comments to see what's going on here. A little 101 said issues wouldn't be a too bad thing. Roderick loves the studio back. Thank you very much. Yep, Tall Man Studios.
Thank you.
Yes, things do happen. Our cruise got back a few hours early to try to beat the fog coming back to Tampa Bay on our New Year's cruise. Okay, right? Understand? But that's just a little early. I mean, these people ended up missing several
This is
ports.
days.
They got stuck at sea for several other days. And back to the supplies, again, and to your point, they're at their home port.
Yeah.
But they were literally told they are not going to be resupplied until the next cruise.
I'm sorry. That is just a service failure.
Who wants to go on P&O?
No.
Somebody needs to look at this.
I definitely agree. That definitely needs
Yeah.
some checking into. That's crazy.
Little one's like, running out of supplies? Were they allowed to get off the ship when they were in the home port? I believe that is a yes, Danny. They were allowed to get off, which, of course, they could have explored a little bit more in Barbados and things. So I don't want to look at that as an upside, but they weren't captured on the ship. They could have gotten off and explored around a bit. So even though some people present it as being locked in the ship, for me, if I was on that ship, I definitely would have gotten off and taken advantage of being in Barbados a few extra days.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because we're not from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
but
if we were on a ship leaving out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, actually pretty much anywhere else here in the U.S., I'm not inclined to want to get off the ship.
no, me either.
Just going to chill and enjoy the ship.
Well, as long as you've got provisions, but if you're
Right.
running out of food and alcohol and who knows what all else,
Got to take a run for the border.
right?
What was that show? Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. There was a show, I don't know. I don't think it was this past year. I think it was the year before when we were on a ship and we had some buffering and it got stuck after I had said Taco Bell.
That's
and it just kept
right.
on looping Taco Bell.
I feel that was one of our road trips, and we were telling the story about when we had RV issues. We were parked in the parking lot looking at a Taco Bell, and I
Yeah.
think that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. John says, no alcohol. Them are fighting words. Look, I agree, especially for those who have prepaid
Yes.
in the form of the drinking package.
I mean, we already hear people say, I want my 15 drinks. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, yes, for those who bought the drink package. If you hadn't bought the drink package, at least you weren't out of pocket. Yes, there's a huge inconvenience. You want to have your cocktail, your beer, your whatever it is that you want to have to drink. I get that, but at least you hadn't paid for it already. The people that had purchased the drink package, well, they should be at least refunded some of their money from their drink package.
I would agree. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. And part of the running out of supplies was because they were at sea extra days and people were, quote unquote, drinking more. Right. So, but we get back to, you went back to your home port and we're stuck there for 2 days. Resupply.
Yeah.
Resupply.
No, that's just unacceptable.
Yeah. Bev makes a comment. It's not likely they were stranded in the middle of the ocean without power. Weird. No, when they were in, I think it was Curacao, which is when people that were on the ship believe the problem actually started. They lost power for about 30 minutes, and it took 30 minutes for the backup generators to kick back in. And so, to me, that's probably when it began. So now their main generator, which is providing the power for the propulsion and everything else, has gone offline, and now they're working on a backup. And there was another comment, I believe, made that they were already down one generator. So they went out with just one and their backup.
Yikes.
That could be hearsay. So anyway, little one-on-one ads. Taking alcohol enema would be an understatement and running out. That would have made me sick for sure. I know, right? That's when I would eat the midnight buffet pizza. I would eat anything at that point.
Provided they had midnight buffet pizza.
Taco Bell. That was one of the drives. It was one of the drives, Lisa said. Okay. Thank you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
That repeat was something else. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. What's up, Valerie? How you doing?
I saw a song popping too.
Gina made a comment about they should have had provisions for at least 16 days. Yeah, again, technically it's, and I think it might be maritime law. I don't know. I didn't look into this very deeply, which I maybe could have spent a little extra time doing that. But you're carrying 3,600, 4,000, 5,000, 8,000, whatever the ship's carrying people on board. If something happens, you need to have supplies.
Absolutely.
And so if this is a 16-day cruise, you need to be carrying more than 16 days worth of supplies.
Absolutely.
And most cruise ships, their coolers, their stock areas, they're able to actually carry way more food than is actually needed for the time you're at sea. So yes, I know 16 days is long. A lot of these cruise lines will do 7-day cruises, but take 2 extra weeks worth of food. So you're talking about 21 days. This is a 16-day cruise, but still, you could have had an extra 7 days worth of food on there.
Easily. I mean, we talked about when we it came over Trans-Pacific on the Ovation of the Seas. They had plenty of food. They never ran out of anything. They did
Never.
they did say that they were running low, but
That was 19 days.
They had everything that we needed the entire time, and it was sea days. It wasn't
like
port after
14
port.
of them or whatever it was. I don't know. There was a lot of sea days.
It's definitely possible. I mean, there's no excuse for them not having enough food.
Exactly. And again, we're realists here, and understandable and realistic people. Okay, so maybe you run out of fresh things, right?
Yeah.
So you start running out of
Lettuce.
papaya and lettuce and pineapples or whatever.
Yeah, things that wilt easily.
Yeah,
or bananas, they get too ripe or something
right,
like that.
but
Yeah.
alcohol?
I know. Yeah,
I
that
don't
just
know.
makes zero sense.
I don't know. Little one-on-one was like, I would have been pissed. Fastest way to become a poop cruise, right? I'm telling you. It was...
I would not have been happy either.
Dr. Shree says, I agree. They should have been refunded some of their money for the drink package. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Danny says, we were at Costa Maya on the Jubilee. We sat on the pier and watched them swap provisions with the celebration, mostly bottled water and alcohol. Of course, that was a swap. It wasn't a buy, but either way.
Yeah.
My lighting is super bright. I know. It's we want to be seen. We're trying to make up to the times where it's super dark. How you doing, EJ? With all these ships, it's easy to goof up. Yeah, it really is. But usually there's small goofs. I think this is a big goof.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Usually
this is a
it's
big goof.
minimal stuff, but that's just
Yeah.
not good.
No. All right, so let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's talk about Carnival.
Okay.
So, Carnival has announced it has 4 sailings coming up that loyalty perks for platinum members, not diamond, nobody else, but platinum members, are going to be cut. These are sailings on the Conquest, January 17th, the Carnival Miracle on the 17th, the Carnival Spirit on the 17th, and the Carnival Dream on the 18th. Again, these are all January cruises.
Are these all Journeys cruises?
So a Journeys cruise classified by Carnival is any cruise that is 9 or more days. 3 of the 4 of these days are Journey cruises. The Carnival Conquest is on a 13-day Southern. The Carnival Miracle, though, it's only on an 8-day cruise. 1 day more than normal, right? Like our group cruise, our event cruise this past year, it was an 8-day Southern, right? The Spirit is a 14-day, and so is the Dream. So 3 of the 4 are the Journey cruises. Now, typically, these Journey cruises, one of them being one of the adult-only version
Yes.
of the Journey Cruise.
I believe that's the Conquest.
I believe it's the
think
Conquest.
They're doing those
Yep,
adult
on the
only
13th day.
Conquest.
Right?
Yes.
And so these typically will bring a lot more of the upper level tiered, if you will, loyalty people from the cruise line booking these kind of cruises.
Yes.
All right. So the loyalty perks that are being removed. One, priority embarkation and debarkation.
That's usually the first to go.
I know, right? I don't. Two, being able, and again, just for the platinums, not the diamonds, being able to go to the cabin to drop off your bags right when you get on the ship. Right? We'll talk about that a little more.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And then the other one, let me see if I can remember what the other, I'm trying to scroll through the story here and see if I can find. There was one other one.
I believe I heard that they are not going to have their dedicated customer service line.
Yes, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. That's what it is. Once on the ship. So here's what confuses the crap out of me. We're getting into the "are we stupid" category now. But I don't know. So what skin is it off the cruise line's back to allow the platinums, or anyone for that matter, go to their cabin, drop their bags, and then turn around and leave? Now, again, you have to leave. You can't stay. But that's how it's always been, right? So I understand you can't let everybody, only because maybe the passenger cabin decks get a little crowded, which could potentially create some delays in the cabin stewards being able to do what they need to do. We've been behind those doors, if you will, many times doing what we do for the channel. Plus on Carnival, we're platinum, so we go to the cabin. There's bags of laundry laying around everywhere.
That's
right?
true.
So outside of the bags of laundry, is it really, how can they not provide that service? How is that hurt? There's no financial hurt here.
Nope, no financial. No, I can't imagine.
No, people just go into the cabin to drop off their bags and leave.
Yeah, that makes zero sense.
Yeah, I mean, they can still get their free laundry done. They can still get their water, their treats on request, whatever treats you get. The chocolate covered strawberries, whatever that is, on request. You got to remember, got to request those things.
I think it's like chocolate, I don't know, delight or something. They've changed because it's not the chocolate covered strawberries anymore.
Oh,
It's
okay.
chocolates and something. I don't know.
Anyway,
Chocolate plate.
The point is, it's not costing them money because there's that many platinums on the ship. Because this is a free perk. Just run to your cabin, drop your bags, leave. I don't know. I want to know what you all think about that.
And they're still letting the diamonds do this. But
They're still letting the diamonds.
Just not platinums.
Just not the platinums. There's way too many platinums.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Right? So the next thing, we can talk about the priority embarkation, debarkation thing. This also has me very confused. So let's say there's 1,500 people in the platinum and diamond category. So priority means you just go first, right? So again, what skin is it off the cruise line to let those 1,500 people get on and or off first? I mean, mind you, it's still going to have to be scheduled. There's going to be someone who goes first of the 1,500,
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be number one and somebody's going to be, $14.99.
Yeah.
But they should, respectfully,
Just go in order.
right?
Yeah. That makes perfect sense to me.
I mean, normally debarkation, there's a number system anyway, right? Those who want to carry off their bags get to go first. And then after that, there's the number system, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, luggage tags,
Yeah.
at least for debarkation.
Yes.
Embarkation is a little different. I get back to how royal and celebrity board their ships. I mean,
Right.
you do get an assigned or a scheduled time that you're supposed to arrive at the port. You arrive at the port, and they seat everybody literally by the order they come in the door. There's rows and rows of seats in their terminals, and seat number one, the first person to come in the terminal, gets seat number one. Now, obviously, the suites people have their own area and all that stuff. That's separate. I'm just talking about everybody else,
Yes.
right? So just seat number one, second person, seat two, and all on down the line. And then they start on row two, and row three, and row four, and row five, so forth and so on. So then when it's time to board, the suites people get to go on in the zeniths and all that stuff. And ultimately then, okay, row one, everybody stand. Away you go. Row two, sit. Don't move. Don't move.
Don't
Okay.
even stand up.
Nope, don't sit. Just relax. Just relax. Then once row one's cleared, all right, row two, up, go. Anyway, Royal Caribbean, they have, respectfully, the biggest ships in the world.
And it is the easiest embarkation.
Easiest by far. Right?
Yeah.
Nice and simple. So, okay.
Yeah.
So now you got 1,500 diamonds, platinums, whatever it is. Okay? All right. You guys all need to be here, I don't know, before noon, whatever the time is. When you're scheduling your time, only those people are allowed to schedule those times.
Yes.
Everybody else, the times that are available for them are all the later times, right? When they show up, seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then, again, this is not costing the cruise line any money. None of the things they're taking away are things that are costing them any money.
I wonder how Faster to the Fun plays into all this.
Oh, yeah. It was not mentioned.
I had heard,
Uh-oh.
of course, I've heard, Facebook, somebody posted something, but somebody said that Faster to the Fun was getting on before Platinums these days. So,
Oh.
yeah, so they're paying to get on earlier. So I wonder how that plays into it.
What I feel, it's just me, I don't know, but they're starting to train everyone for their new loyalty program.
That sounds about right. Get used to it now.
I mean, truthfully, let's be honest. If you went and read the loyalty program and digested it, unless you are a diamond when this comes into effect, you will maintain your status for the first 2 years. But after that, unless you're cruising all the time, you're never going to maintain your status.
Correct.
It's too expensive. Because a lot of people just don't do that. They cruise once a year, sometimes twice a year, but
a lot of people do. I mean, that's how they, that's where the loyalty comes from, is year after year after year after year.
Yeah,
they go and
coming
sail
back.
Carnival. Yeah, they keep coming back, but now there's no reason to.
No.
Why not go sail a different cruise line, which a lot of people are doing that.
Not P&O. That's just got to put that out there. At least today.
Not
At least today.
not after this other
Yeah,
cruise.
Just
Yeah.
today. I'm just saying. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what everybody has to say about this.
All right.
Little one says, "Dang, perks cut." Yeah. Macrina says, "I was told about inventory recently. Shot glasses. They have the items, but they can't dip into the next cruise's inventory." Well, TMC rode the Bright Line from Orlando to Boca on Thursday. Loved it. Nice, $45. That's a pretty good price.
Nice.
Macrina says, "I agree, Robert. But people are still not leaving their cabins after they drop off the bags. Entitlement again. Unfortunately, some people don't listen and screw in the platinums. If that's the case, I absolutely understand. Security coming at these people out. I mean, I can personally say, whether it's something like this or anything else in the world, I get very sick and tired of the few ruining it for the many. And if they can't stay, they can't stay. You got to go. And entitlement or not, get out. I'm going to hit the buzzer, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the buzzer.
It's around there somewhere.
Get the funk out. Yeah. Anyway, get the funk out. Roderick says, like Carnival knows who's who. Staff doesn't check. No, that's exactly true. However, if you happen to have your card on, it's kind of hard to hide it at that point because a lot of people wear them on the lanyards and maybe they don't think that far ahead. But, platinum and diamond look different.
They do.
What's Integrated Travel Solutions 23? Good to see you. I believe you are new to the show. Welcome.
Welcome.
By the way, if you guys haven't done it yet, do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. Maybe even subscribing, right? But if you don't want to subscribe, I understand. But it costs you nothing. It's free.
It's free.
And it really does help with the channel. But hit that thumbs up button. That helps as well. Tells YouTube that you like what we're doing, and we appreciate that, and it really does help. Okay? Thank you very, very much. Anyway, welcome to the show. A little one, I did the Faster the Fun once. Okay. Roderick says, that's why Carnival's loyalty cruises are going to other lines. I know. In fact, there was a funny comment on John Hill's blog the other day. I'll let you tell the story because you're the one that read it.
I don't remember it. Oh, wait. It was something. Somebody had, John Heald had posted something.
Yep.
And somebody had posted on there, oh, yeah, I don't remember. You're going to have to tell it. I do remember the story. I don't remember the details.
I can't say that I remember all the details later other than the punchline.
Thank you, guys. I know, same.
The punchlines, that's why I'm now taking all my business to MSC.
Yes, and then John Heald responded,
enjoy your cruise.
Yeah, enjoy your cruise. Thank you all for the thumbs up.
Yes,
we really do appreciate
that.
it.
Applause to everybody.
You have no idea. Thank you, guys.
All right, so the loyalty perks thing is just, it's crazy. It really is. And for the two of us, we cruise a lot. Obviously, we've talked. You follow us, you know. We're usually on 10 or 12 different ships a year, all different cruise lines. We have pretty decent status on Carnival, Platinums. We're diamonds on MSC. But everybody else, we're in the lower tier still, believe it or not, right? Because it takes a long time.
It does.
And a lot of cruises to build up the points, if you will, right? Even though we're cruising a lot. And so for those who are, loyal to one brand, loyal to Royal, right? Or whoever, it's the biggest slap in the face. And so they've been slapped in the face that the loyalty's changing. And now these people book these cruises and you can't get the perks anyway. I don't know. What I don't know. Let me know what you say.
As long as they don't run out of food and alcohol.
Right.
Just saying.
And power. Poop Cruise 3.0. All right. So we're going to stick with Carnival.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to stick with Carnival.
Okay.
Because this is where stupidity comes in. And it's not Carnival. It's across the industry. And we're not here to pick on any specific cruise line. This is the news of the week. This is what's going on in the industry we all love, right? So recently, an individual went on a cruise and had one of their three pieces of luggage confiscated, if you will. It didn't show up at their cabin. And so they didn't think about it at first, and it took a little bit of time. But ultimately, the cabin steward figured out where it was. It was being held. So they were instructed where to go, which is down into the crew area, and there was a whole bunch of bags in a room, and security's like, which bag is yours? They ran it through security, or through the screening machine again, pulled it out, found something. They found something through the screening. They asked them to open up the bag so they could see what this item was. And it turns out it was a multi-tool, specifically a Leatherman. Before I go on, just in case you don't know what that is, a multi-tool is kind of like a pocket knife on steroids.
it looks like a small pair of pliers, but you pull out all of these little tools.
Yeah, I mean, there's
like
a
you do.
toothpick in there and pliers and a knife, several different knives,
Scissors,
scissors,
yes.
screwdrivers,
And
different.
they all fold back in so that when it closes, it looks like a small pair of pliers.
About that size.
Yeah. But
That's tight.
it's got all kinds of stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Now, of course, I said the optimal word here. Knife.
Yes.
Okay. So the passenger goes on to use phrases like the degradation of being made to open my bag and embarrassment. And we won't go down that path. I get it. We've had to do that. But for a pair of pliers, oddly enough,
yes.
I get it.
A full-size pair, though.
Full-size pair of pliers. Used for
No knives included.
our gimbals we have. Anyway, so, but the one thing they mentioned was, I've brought this on all my cruises for the past decade. 10 years. 10 years. I've gotten this on board. Okay, so, first of all, for anyone going on a ship, if you don't know that you can't bring a knife, we're pushing you over to the stupidity sort of side of this conversation. You're not that Lisa's stupid, but you're going to have to go to that side of the screen. Lisa, come over here for a minute. we're going to leave that side of the screen. Right? Look, not just it's bringing a gun. You can't bring a gun. You can't bring a knife. You can't bring a sword. You can't bring anything sharp that can hurt somebody. But the cruise lines, it's not hidden. It's very well publicized.
It is written all over their
Yep.
yeah.
And every
Cruise
cruise that you
contract.
go on, you'll get several emails. Hey, don't forget all these prohibited items, right? So how is it that this individual got it on if he indeed did it for 10 years? Okay, fine. So it slipped through the cracks for 10 years. That's probably a topic of conversation for a whole nother day. The fact that it actually got through security for 10 years. Probably not. But that's neither here nor there. Right? So it's like people trying to sneak on, those little portable washer and dryers now, or microwaves, or the other thing, by the way, that he got confiscated was a laser pen. Now, laser pens have also been on the prohibited list
Yeah.
for years and years and years, right? So, I mean, this passenger was pissed off, right? So, I just don't know how to digest these kind of news stories. And because, look, I'm inundated at least once a day, if not 2 or 3 times a day, with this level of what I would call stupidity. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's none of that. But folks, I'm going to give you the perfect example, right? Many of you who follow the channel know we do very detailed tours of the ships that we go on. We video every deck, 360 degrees. Actually, we're now doing it with a 360 degree camera. But we will create a highlight video. But every deck we do real time, no edits, so you see everything. But we do the passenger cabin decks as well. And we point out where every cabin number is in relationship to the stairs, elevators, crew doors, things that looking directly at a deck plan, you can't tell. Anyway, so in our videos, we superimpose the deck plan up at the top of the video with a little GPS red dot that follows me around the ship as I'm walking around the ship. Okay? At least once a day, if not more. Somebody will leave a comment. You didn't call out my cabin. I'm not going to say any cabin numbers, but like, okay, so what do I now have to do? Because we work very, very, very hard to make sure we don't miss any cabins. But we're human. And some of these ships now, they're mazes up in there.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
I mean, it's
is.
possible.
I mean, we try our best, but yeah, we've been known to miss one or two.
Actually, I haven't.
Yeah, maybe
We
not.
haven't missed a single one.
Yeah, maybe not.
Not that we found yet. Anyway, but I have to stop I have to go pull up the video. I have to watch the video to confirm that I'm calling out their number. Again, I'm just watching the red dot at the top as I walk through the cabin. And so I'm like, if they just watched the video, this last one, I could literally see the door number plate. A lot of times you can't because of how they're tucked back. You could actually see this guy's cabin number. I just don't get it. 2 comments today. They're watching like one of the shorts. And the short was, this club on the Star of the Seas. The comment was, what ship is this? This happens usually once a day too. It happened twice today.
Yes.
What ship is this? Well, it's in the freaking title of the video you clicked on. Was it earlier today or yesterday? Someone watched, again, one of our cabin deck tours. In the thumbnail, Deck 5 cabin locations. Deck 5 cabin locations. And his comment was, this wasn't a cabin tour. This was just walking a hallway. That was what the comment was. And my response was, well, thank God.
Otherwise, we mislabeled it.
Yeah, because the title of the video said, cabin locations on Deck 5. The thumbnail said, y'all, that's why we just stupid? Are we that dumbed down that everything has to be handed to us?
And I think that's it. I think people just want everything to be handed to them. Nobody wants to go and do the research. Nobody wants to sit through
research.
Nobody wants to sit through a 2-minute video.
Look. Okay, so say the deck walk video's 15 minutes. Say it was 15 minutes long. Remember, the deck plan is at the top.
Yeah, just fast forward.
Because obviously you have an idea of where your cabin is.
Yeah.
Drag that little thing into, there's my cabin. Thank you so much. It just doesn't compute. I don't know. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about any of this stuff here. Make sure you put it in the comments. By the way, Little One says a piano is definitely not on the bucket list. Little 111 was saying I was getting called king and pimp on the last cruise.
Oh no.
You walking around with your pineapples and loofahs, I'm sure. Got my MSC status match and get a discount. Nice. Love it.
Love it.
Little 111 said, heard about the luggage situation and a Leatherman should always stay on. Yeah. Now, I mean, there was a woman recently on a cruise that somehow got on with a gun in her backpack.
I heard about that, yeah.
It somehow got through security. Again, this gets back to how does a Leatherman get through? How does a gun get through security, right?
But yeah, I feel like she got stopped in the Bahamas or something.
It was in her backpack, I think it was. So she gets off the ship in the Bahamas. She's in jail. Arrested, I don't know, 5 years or something. I mean, it's not a small offense here, y'all.
There's some of these countries you can't even wear camo. I mean, imagine what carrying a gun's going to get you.
Yeah. Song says, I'm done with Carnival. I have already matched my gold status with MSC in my first cruises with them.
Nice.
I had 49 nights in gold status with Carnival, yet I'm good sailing with other cruise lines. Yeah, I agree 100%. Look, we have loved and enjoyed our time cruising on Carnival ships. And we've said this on all ships, regardless of how picky we may be when we're doing our reviews. That's just so you guys understand. We have a fantastic time. There's only been one cruise we've ever been on that we don't ever want to go on again.
Actually, two.
Two?
Yeah.
Well, one did happen to be a Carnival ship.
Yes.
But what was the second one?
The Utopia.
Oh, yeah. It's just too loud for us. That was just,
loud.
oh my God. That was just, oh my God.
Yeah,
just
we
everywhere,
both
all
had
the time.
headaches. Yeah.
I just had nightmares about, yeah, anyway. Star of the Seas, though, I'd get on that again.
Star of the Seas was great.
The point is, even though we're being very critical with our critiques, it's so that you guys have an understanding of the things that we experience that may be right or wrong, for how we cruise or whatever, but that you guys can make an informed decision based upon the experiences that we had at the time we had them.
Exactly. And that's why we're so specific and tell you what it is that we like and we don't like about a cruise, so you can make up your own mind. Yeah.
Correct. So we've loved Carnival. We've had a great time on all the ships except for the one, but whatever. and it's hard for me in the back of my brain to say I'm never going to cruise them again. Let me rephrase that. I've been having the hardest time digesting the fact that because of all of this stuff that I don't ever want to cruise them again because of that, right? Now, we're not necessarily loyal to any cruise line. We're loyal to the industry.
Yes.
Right? Because we love cruising and we love all the cruise lines. They each offer something different, which is unique, right? But I just can't imagine taking Carnival going, oh, never again. It just doesn't compute.
No.
But it makes sense.
It certainly does.
Because they just don't see, honestly, and I know it's a loaded phrase, but they just don't seem to care. Even though they do, but it just seems it's more about the money. It's not about your experience. It's about the money.
Not
they're
anymore. It used to be.
Yeah.
Which is why we've always loved Carnival.
Yeah.
Because that it was a great experience, but not so much these days.
Yeah. Well, look, we're gonna sell Carnival again and again and again and again and again.
Yes, we will.
Regardless of anything, right? It just, and a lot of that's because of the channel. But I will say this, and there's thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. If it wasn't for the YouTube channel, no, I'm probably not booking them again. I'm probably not.
I would tend to agree. I mean, we've found, other lines that we enjoy just as much, and
plus they won't use a plastic straw.
Yeah.
Which is another story.
And less hassle.
Yeah, far less hassle.
Yeah.
Well, mostly. I mean, like, we love MSC. It's one of our favorite cruise lines. But pre-cruise stuff, dealing with stuff and the phone calls and stuff, they're a little rough to deal with.
Yeah,
it's a little challenging.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
But once you're on the ship, it's like, oh, we love it.
Yeah.
I mean, we 7th, the Grandiosa, we just got off our hopefully our final review. We're coming out with a new style of reviewing ships at the very end. We've talked about that during the last stream, so we're going to be sort of redoing the video. The Grandiosa wasn't our favorite cruise that we've taken with MSC. However, we would still get right back on the Grandiosa before
tomorrow
I would get on the Celebration. Even though the Celebration for Carnival is our favorite ship. It's just us. Anyway, let's see what they have to say. A little 101. Waffle maker is prohibitive too. Yeah, it is.
a waffle maker.
Right? Dr. Shree is like, reading is fundamental. Everybody ever watch any of those videos on the new math? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
How does 1 + 1 = 7? I just don't know. TMC stands for Take Me Cruising. And does he expect you're going into each cabin on the tour? Right? I don't know.
Apparently.
I don't know.
Apparently, yeah.
No, Danny, it's not. It's been recorded, and we're just able to bring you in. It's, yeah. Jen's like, you have deck plan videos? Yeah, somewhere. I don't know. Several hundred of them, at least. Little 101 says, TikTok has fried folk brain. I know. I blame it on TikTok.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
I did have hidden pineapples in plain sight.
Did you see our pineapples? We
Open
brought pineapples
box
for you.
of cake. This is Macrina. Open box of cake mix. Empty plastic bag and bowl. Add oil, water, and cracked open eggs. Mix well. Need each friggin' step? Really? Right? I'm just, man, crazy.
I go back to some of the instruction manuals years ago, like when the first cars came out, the instruction manuals were telling you like how to change the oil in it or whatever. Now it says don't drink it.
Yeah. John's like, so far, with all of our NCL cruises we enjoyed. Never go away disappointed, good, bad, just enjoy the atmosphere. Look, we've been very upfront with everybody. NCL's not our favorite, but yet we still have a fantastic
great
time when we're on their ships. Mm-hmm. It's just we would prefer to go a different way, but we still have a great time, even on the Aqua with the 10 days of nothingness. We had a great time.
We did.
It just was like, yeah, well, Anyway, Cruising Chris M, what's up? Tall Man Cruise, yeah. We have a group cruise coming up, event cruise.
Yeah.
I don't have the thing up there. It won't work anymore, so I have to, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It won't be a countdown. We'll just have to put the hard date up there. Well, the hard date is up there, November 8th, 2026. The new math video. Literally, have you watched one of those?
Oh,
Crazy.
If you haven't, go do a Google search and watch one of those.
My gosh.
YouTube search, watch one of those. It's crazy.
It will drive a non-cussing person to cuss. Right? I mean, first, you're going to start it. You're going to be smiling. Hang on. I got to get this ready. You'll be smiling and be like, are you out of your mind? What is wrong with you? Yeah. I mean, that's what it'll be like. It's the craziest thing.
It is. Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, heck, a full-size can of Lysol is prohibitive. Why? Should be happy. We want you to keep everything clean. Look, all cruise lines have a prohibited list. Okay? It's not just Carnival. It's all cruise lines. But I can tell you, every single cruise line has banned weapons of every kind or of any kind. A Leatherman, it's got a knife in it.
Banned. Automatically. You should know that.
Period. So whether or not this gentleman has brought this on his 10 years of cruising, respectfully, and I'm not trying to be rude to the gentleman, but I'm sorry, he's just wrong.
But
whether,
you know what?
Whether he's gotten it through or not.
But, they confiscate it, but they give it back to you at the end of the cruise. It's not like they're taking it. They're going to give it back.
Absolutely,
they
give it back.
Have it while you're on the ship.
Oh, but the degradation of having to go down there and have their luggage scanned and be probed and all this. I mean, it was, yeah. Cruising Chris M says, I took my first cruise on Carnival and we had a good experience. Not my favorite, but I would cruise them again. Right?
Yeah.
I just, yeah. He goes, still like Royal and Celebrity better. Okay, I get it. Yeah. We neither love nor hate Royal. We neither love nor hate Celebrity. We neither love nor hate Carnival. We love them all.
And there's
Celebrity
always
is one of our favorites.
There's always pluses and minuses for each cruise line, and we always enjoy ourselves. We always find something that we can do, and we have a good time no matter what cruise line we're on.
Yep.
We always have.
Little one-on-one says, drink the oil, please do. Let me go check my phone while you do. I know, right? I can't do old math. Why should I try the new one? Trust me, if you can't do old math, you sure as heck are not going to get new math.
No.
Oh, my gosh. It is crazy.
It is ridiculous.
Bev says, I saw one math video, old math compared to new math in live time, and I answered the thing in my head before either. John has a question. Large or small ship? I heard that Royal's going to build some smaller ships. Not sure if would like 7,000 other passengers. So... Medium. Neither.
We because of Robert, because he gets seasick, we don't typically like the smaller ships, or he doesn't. I wouldn't mind the smaller ships, but at the same time, neither one of us care for the mega ships. We never have, with the exception
Icon class.
Yeah, the
Icon class.
Icon class, Star of the Seas. Loved that ship.
Yeah, so John, we agree. We don't necessarily want to be on a floating metal can with 7,000 other people that you feel like you're stuck on a tin can with 7,000 other people. The one thing that we enjoyed about the Star of the Seas, I think there was only 6,500 or something like that on there or whatever it was. It wasn't completely maxed. It was sold out,
It was
not
sold
completely
out,
maxed.
but yeah.
It never felt crowded anywhere at any time. It just didn't. But it is still a floating mall. I'm calling it that, or, floating amusement park, whatever analogy that you want to give it. It's bright. It's beautiful. I think, and one of my favorite faux balcony cams, I know I've got it here, is this one. I mean that just at nighttime, I just think that is just beautiful.
And the nice thing about it, yes, it's a floating mall, but I mean there are areas that you can escape from that. There's the Central Park, which is what you're looking down on down below, which they play music at night, soft music, and it's just very, very nice. Plus, there's a ton of eateries on there, so you're not everybody going up to the buffet. You can go to a dozen other venues and get food, so it never feels like there's as many people on the ship as there are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's almost it's really hard to answer the question because it comes with an asterisk.
It does.
If the ship is well designed and things flow nicely, it's not bad. They're also very good about getting people on and off.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing becomes when you're in the ports. Not all these ports, which we're about to talk about this, right? Segue. So thank you, John, for helping me out here. A lot of these ports just cannot handle all these people at the same time. That's why we've seen pushback from some of the Alaskan cities, some of the Northeast cities. I mean, there's been a lot of pushback about putting limitations onto the size of the ship and all these things. So I believe it's called the Discovery class of ship. Specific details have actually not been released, but I believe we're going to hear them in a couple of weeks. Some stuff is leaked out of France where the ships are going to be built. Passenger counts, all these things. Nobody has any of those. However, the CEO, Michael, of Royal, has said these ships will be able to pass through the Panama Canal.
Nice. So they're going to be narrow.
Right. So they're not going to
Okay.
be a mega ship.
Okay, very nice.
So honestly, we felt in our recent cruising in a variety of ships, we feel our sweet spot is like 120 to a max 180,000 tons. That's where we really feel comfortable. The ships are large enough that there's a lot of variety of different things, both from entertainment. And when I mean entertainment, I'm just not talking about music and production shows, but other things, whether it's mini golf, rock climbing walls. On Royal, of course, you have, ice skating and a flow rider. And on Carnival, there's Bolt, at least on some of the XL class ships. They're taking it off their newest one. But those added things in there, right? If the ship is too small, it's just not enough space for the things that a lot of us have gotten, I don't want to say used to, but have enjoyed with some of the mid-sized to larger ships. So I feel 120,000 tons to 180,000 tons. That's my happy place.
My happy place is whenever he's happy.
But ultimately, ship design all plays into it. So thought we had one more story. This is another interesting story. Let me just see if there's any more comments here that we need to embark on here. There will always be a place for smaller ships. No, absolutely. There needs to be. You can't get the mega ships in Alaska.
No, you can't.
And that Alaska season for all the cruise lines is massive.
And a lot of the ships can't get through the Panama Canal
No.
either. They're just too big.
John says, for us, breakaway plus ships are big enough and only 4,200 passengers. That's the size we're like. Yeah. I would agree. I mean, the XL class ships at 180,000 tons. Carnival's cramming them in there, so it's a little bit more than 4,200.
6,000 people.
Yeah, but typically, you're 30, 40,000 ish, 50,000 tons. You're hanging around 4,000 people max.
Yeah.
It is
but it goes back again to the design, because if it doesn't have a good flow, it's just going to feel congested and just overrun with people.
Yep.
And so it really goes back to the design.
John's like, I love the pinks, the blues, and the purples. No, I'll put it back on for you guys. I mean, it's a great camera shot, y'all. I mean, I'm so glad I thought to.
And isn't that a little one-on-one? Did you say John? I thought you said John.
The little one-on-one. I don't know. So.
I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing things.
Yeah. Danny said, hang on, I got it. Which way is the mouse moving? There we go. Too many screens, everybody. He's like, those kids are still running on that deck? Yeah, they are. They got to be tired, man.
Man, exhausted.
Roderick says, absolutely. Star of the Seas was very nice, and we'll be on it again. Yeah.
Very nice.
I would happily go back on Star of the Seas.
Oh, yes. And if you haven't been on Star of the Seas, Smash Burgers, got to try it.
Even though we got slapped and had to go to the principal's office.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I know, right?
Whoops.
Then he says, Costa Maya on the Jubilee Celebration, Scarlet Lady, and Oasis class ship, shoulder to shoulder in Port Nice. Cruising with Chris M says, from what it sounds like, Discovery class will be around Freedom class size. Still have a lot of the Royal Caribbean fun spots, Ice Frank, etc. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. And the other thing, and it's never been mentioned, but some of their older ships, they're getting older, and they're not going to be around forever. I don't care how much maintenance you do on these ships. At some point in time, they have seen their lifespan for what I would call mass market cruising.
Well, and a lot of that too is now, with the LMG and all of that stuff, the old diesel fuels are just kind of outdated and not as efficient.
Exactly.
So, there's that.
Sorry, I'm having an itchy eye issue here.
I was doing the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. So the last story, which for me, I don't know if it crosses into the stupid category or not. Yeah, I think it does. But this is different. So the Bahamian government, a couple of days ago, announced that they are going to develop a new cruise port. Outwardly, that would be the response you would think. Oh my gosh, a new cruise port.
Yeah, someplace new to go. Woohoo.
Awesome. Well, they're going to be building it on an island called Mayaguana. Now, Mayaguana is the southernmost island in the Bahamian island chain. It is about 350 miles from Nassau. It's right next to the Turks and Caicos. It's literally the last island in the Bahamian chain. It's halfway between Florida and Puerto Rico. It is a small island by cruise ships attending, docking, and invading standpoint. Okay? It's about 100-ish square miles. I think it's about 110 square miles. The actual dimensions is 24 miles long, 6 miles wide, and it's
at its widest.
At its widest. Okay. Currently, at the moment, it is only inhabited by approximately 300 people. Okay? 300 people. It is essentially deserted. There's no infrastructure or very, very little. There's been complaints for years from the few people that live there about how outdated the electrical is and what it anyway. So, Bahamian government has announced they are going to build not just a new cruise terminal there, but they're also going to be building a container port because this particular island in its location is very close to the international shipping lanes, and I guess they want to take advantage of that.
Wow.
So here's an island. Let's just call it relatively untouched to humanity. All natural, all nature, right? They survive there by farming and fishing. And now you want to build a cruise terminal and a container port.
Oh my goodness.
Now, this is going to create, at the very least, 2,000 jobs. Again, the island only has 300 people that live there. So they literally are going to have to completely develop the island. Roads, sewer systems, water systems, power systems, desalination, right? Trash. What are you going to do with all the trash? Food, homes, grocery stores, fire department, police, ambulance, hospital. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, right? Because this island, I don't know how long it would take. Like, let's say you don't live there, right? You're going to live on the next largely populated island, somewhere in the Turks and Caicos. How long is it on a boat? Because they have what they call an airstrip. It's not an airport. They call it an airstrip. So, respectfully, they don't even have an airport. So you can't fly in. So,
are they going to run ferries to shuttle people back and forth?
I
don't
know.
They would have to, because I mean, it's
if
a
they're not
small
going to live
island.
there.
Where are they going to put all the boats? I mean, they need.
Well, okay, so we didn't even talk about that. So let's say, like other Bahamian islands, all of a sudden there's 5 ships in port one day, and 25,000 people. What are these 25,000 people going to do?
Well, I don't think it's going to remain a farming and wilderness area for long.
Right? So I think what Lisa was getting at, because I read this to her earlier, was not just the infrastructure and stuff that I talked about, but there's the whole tourism side of things too, like
shops,
fishing.
and restaurants.
You want to go fishing?
Yeah, excursions.
So now there's going to have to be a whole fleet of, boats for shore excursions.
Yeah.
Right? Or diving or snorkeling or whatever it is.
Yeah.
As she was saying, shops. People are going to shop, right? Buy stuff here, there, here, there, or wherever. So there's going to have to be shops. It's just, but it's not a private island. It's not like MSC, what they did with they took over this deserted. It literally was deserted.
Oh yeah, well, it was a sand farm to begin with.
Yeah, mind you, it's
built
only
it up.
only 95 acres.
Yeah.
But same thing. They had to build water, power, sewer. They had to build some facilities for the people that live there full time to maintain it.
Yes.
Yes, a lot of the staff that is there gets off the ship. They're the ship's personnel that work a lot of the facilities. But there's probably,
Well, you
30, 40, or 50 people that live there full time.
Well, you have to have maintenance people. You
Yeah.
got to have people to take care of the roads and
After we all leave,
the plants and the trash
Yeah.
removal and
Yeah.
yeah.
for the people that live there full time. So I think, I don't know. I'd love to know what the people of Mayaguana think about this.
Right.
I looked to see if there was any further information since this came out of the Bahamian government on the 7th, so about 4 days ago. But there's been nothing, no comment, if you will, from the people on the island. I can't imagine they're happy, because their little island is never going to be like it is now.
Their little slice
Ever.
of heaven's going to be gone.
Gone.
I mean, they may have the upgraded, electric systems
Yeah.
and, no antiquated water and sewer and all of that stuff. But man, their way of life is going to be gone.
Yep, 100%
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, I just thought that was crazy.
That is crazy.
Yep, 24 miles by 6 miles. Now, look, the whole island doesn't need to be developed. But we as humans leave a pretty big footprint when we do stuff. Unfortunately. Right? And I know this gets back to the straws, and I didn't really talk about the whole straw thing a lot, but I just don't understand why there can't be straws on a ship. But we can go back to that in a minute. But we do leave a big footprint. And part of what's going to happen is when cruise ships start docking there, people are going to start exploring the island. Look what's happening in Antarctica. Or more so, the Galapagos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
From people just going there now, right? They've had to start limiting the amount of things there because this is a natural habitat for the penguins and birds and a lot of other things. And just us by being there, walking, unfortunately, people will leave trash and all these other things. It's affecting the island. Now, you take this beautiful, pristine, untouched island, 110 square miles, 24 by 6. Man, I think it's a travesty, honestly. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah, that's just that's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, let's see if anybody's chimed in on this one.
I saw a bunch of comments pop in.
I know. I just went zoop. Ashley's like, "Oops, I'm sorry, I'm late. Thanks for the reminder, Macrina." How dare you, Ashley? How's your new job going? Macrina says, "Sounds lizardly to me." Not sure what they're talking about. LOL. Another Bahamas port? Yeah, not just another one. Macrina says, "Sounds like Bahamas will start needing to charge each cruise passenger a $50 fee to pay for their new island." I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
They can
There
always
seems to be a lot of people doing that these days.
play survival for a day, right? I mean, but that's look. I mean, think about the excursions you do when you go to a Caribbean island, right? I mean, there's some of the things like swim with the dolphins and, on Grand Cayman, we like to go hang out with the stingrays. There's these things.
Paragliding and
Right, but all of it, right? It all leaves some kind of footprint.
it does.
But it also, all of that requires infrastructure of some kind, whether it's boats to take you out to sea or trucks, buses. I promise you they don't have buses on that island. How are they going to get 25,000 people around that island? Buses. I promise you they've got no roads to handle the buses. It just, I don't know. Have they thought this through? I get back to, are we just stupid? Are we not? I don't know. They're not.
It's mind-boggling.
What
That's
am I
it is.
missing?
Yeah.
Am I missing something? They talk about, help increasing the economic situation in the southern Bahamian Islands.
Well, I mean, 2,000 jobs.
I think that is not remotely close. I just don't. I mean, I know what they feel the new port, both cruise and container port, would require. But then, like I said, you have to start thinking about all these other things. You got the staff that's going to have to staff the hospital, and the people that are going to have to work at the Burger King and the McDonald's and the grocery stores and the banks and the laundry. Just all of these things. It ding, 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 and the delivery drivers with food and everybody, taxis or whatever, the bus drivers. I mean, this is a lot. It is a lot. And unless, as Lisa mentioned, are they going to ferry them all there every day? I mean, is that an hour each way? 2 hours? Are the outskirts of the Turks and Caicos, are they populated enough to be able to support this kind of endeavor? And respectfully, the Turks and Caicos are not actually Bahamian.
It's a different country.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I don't know, y'all. I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy.
I think it's going to have to be a much smaller scale than what we're projecting here.
Cruising Chris M says, kind of makes you wonder if Royal Caribbean or other cruise lines might be co-financing this project.
We were looking at that Royal Caribbean port in the Bahamas recently while we were there, and their little island there in the Bahamas. It's a small area, but I mean they've got Mexico now. They've got Perfect Day Coco Cay. They've got this other. Yeah, maybe.
If you guys want to look into this, it is jointly owned by the government of the Bahamas, the Mayaguana Island Development Fund, and the Global Lead Consultant Group Limited. That's what you're going to want to look into.
The
Global Lead Consultant Group Limited.
Yeah. That very well could be a cruise line.
Yeah. Oops. Did I just do that?
I don't know what you just did. I saw something fly across the screen, but I don't know what.
I just did that. Yeah. And I just mouse which way. There we go. Danny Max says, good idea, but need to pick a different island. 25,000 people may sink the island. Yeah. Look, I don't know how many ships they intend to have. Maybe it's just going to be limited to 2.
We're just talking about the normal, you pull up into Nassau and there's the 5, 6, 7 ships there, know. So
but,
who knows?
The conversation was the port, or the information, the port will be a deep water port. So the big mega ships can get in there. So even if it's 2 ships with 7,000 people, that's 14,000 people.
I can't even get past the cargo ships. I mean, you see the containers that are piling up at ports that have the cargo. What are they going to do with all that? It's a small island.
I wonder if it's a switch point, meaning, let's say a ship is trying to get from Europe to California, whatever.
Like a distribution center for all intents and purposes.
But they're supposed to, for whatever reason, have to stop up in Boston. So, and I should have probably said somewhere further south, right? Because it's a southern thing. So if a ship can bring and deliver the goods to this particular port at Mayaguana, the other ship doesn't have to waste the time and fuel to go north to pick it up.
Gotcha. So it's more like shuttles from there to the local areas, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No, I know. We're just guessing.
There's obviously no industry there. So nothing is being grown there. There's nothing going to be exported off this island. Okay? So whatever containers that are going to be there are getting dropped there and have to be picked up there by another ship.
Well, I mean, they're going to have stuff brought in to support the infrastructure.
I understand that as well. Well, that's the other part of this, right? There's all this stuff has to be built. Every bit of this is going to have to come in by boat.
Yes.
Concrete.
Yes.
Asphalt.
Yes. Those
steel.
Buses.
Wood. Buses. Food. People.
Power lines.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Everything. Okay. Little one. More rum cakes, please. Macrina says, just sit right back and I'll tell you a tale of a faithful trip that started from this aboard this tiny ship, aboard this tiny island. Yeah. Mayaguana, 110 square miles. Yep. Ocean Keys. It is. We already looked that up, Bev. Yeah. Ocean Key is 95 acres. Right. It's not even a square mile.
No.
And I wasn't trying to compare them to the two, other than it was deserted. So they had to take this 95 acres and completely develop it to support one ship's worth of people for the 8 hours or so that they're there.
Yes.
Right? As well as the people that have to live there full time to help maintain the island. So again, water, sewage, power, food. I mean, all these things, right? There's obviously a clinic there and just all these things have to be done. But it's a tiny little island. And there might be, I haven't looked it up, maybe 30 people, 40 people, 50 people that live there full time. Okay?
Yeah,
not
I never
thousands.
stopped to count the apartments.
But so let's take it a little bit further. We're just talking about their private island and Mayaguana. Okay? One ship at a time. I'm quite sure they're not doing all of this for one cruise ship in Mayaguana. So let's go with 2 mega ships.
Okay.
14,000 people. Okay? And they said at least 2,000 jobs.
Yes.
At least 2,000 jobs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go down that path. I just
it hurts my brain.
It does. It really does.
That's a lot of work.
Little 101 says, I almost got drunk at Celebration Key from the rum cake store. He was wanting you to buy some more rum cake. My iguana sounds like iguana, lizardly. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My
My
iguana.
iguana, but it's my iguana.
My iguana,
One word, my iguana.
lizardly. Seems like a good location. Hopefully it works for them. Well, from the international shipping standpoint, yeah. As I mentioned, we humans we put a big footprint on everything we touch. And do we have to destroy every little piece of heaven? I mean, really? I don't know. Leave it alone. Somebody made a comment. Another Bahamas island? I can understand going somewhere because there's something to offer there. There's great history, right? Like Europe. Cruising in Europe, all the places we go in Europe. Oh my gosh.
That's why we got into
So-
cruising.
So much to see and do and this and that.
All the culture? Yeah.
Respectfully, and I want to keep on going back to the MSC private island. It could be any of these private islands by any other cruise lines. That's all this really is. There's no, respectfully, big history there. I mean, there might be some history among the people, but there's no Coliseum, right? There's no Panama Canal.
No hippodomes?
No there's none of that. It's a fishing and farming, a fishing and farming community. That's it. Leave them be. I don't know. Horses and carriages for transportation there. I know, right?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
They'd have to ship in all the horses, though. I don't think 300 people have enough horses to ship all these people around from one end of the island to the next.
Yeah, a little one-on-one wants to go to Nassau to make some more wine and have fun with the Oompa Loompas. Macrina says, it's a Bahamian consulting firm providing design, development, and management services to develop the port at My Iguana project, per the website.
Okay.
Yeah, I've dug into some of these before in like real deep.
Yeah, there's
Royal
layers.
Caribbean Group is,
There's layers.
some of that in there. So I don't know if they're part of that or not, but yeah. Let's see what Bev has to say. Bev says, Global Lead Consulting Group is a Bahamian consulting firm providing, okay, all right, that's what okay, all right. All right. Of course, I've read that twice now. Then he says the next closest population center that could support this in any shape or way or form would be in the Exumas. That's a long way away. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. Macrina and Bev must have gone to the same website. Thank you both.
I think they did. Thank you both.
I will live and work on my iguana for free room and board. Yep.
You got me with that one.
Maybe. Ashley's like, let's go. Hey, I'll be all for that. Ashley's like, I'll start packing. I'm not going to pack. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to wear, a couple of leaves. Loincloth or something,
Chief
Me,
of
Tarzan.
War.
She, Jane. Chief of War. We started watching the series Chief of War last night, and of course it's 90% in Hawaiian, so we have to read everything. But it's actually a really good series.
It is. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it.
The history of Hawaiian Islands, things we actually never knew about. Speaking of islands, so that's a good series if you guys want to check it out. Chief of War. Yeah. So there you go.
You don't mind reading because it is all in Hawaiian for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, some English is being interjected now as things expand, but. Hawaiian's still a big thing, so you have to actually turn on the closed captions unless you happen to know Hawaiian. But that is the cruise news for the week. So there you go. All right. We haven't said hello to everybody, so we apologize. We've been reading through some of the comments. So if I missed saying hello to you guys when you guys were coming in, we do apologize. But thank you all for being with us. We really do appreciate you, each and every one of you. Do us a huge favor. I know a lot of you have already done it already, but hit that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel, becoming part of the Tall Man Clan family.
And we do thank you all for those thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Speaking of Tall Man Clan family, we do have a Facebook group. We post a lot of stuff up in there that is different than we do on YouTube. All the menus from all the ships we go on, all the pictures of the food go up there, activities, all that stuff goes into our Facebook group. And so please consider coming and joining. That's free, right? Just like the thumbs up and subscribing, that is free. It is a private group, though. So you are going to have to answer 2 questions. If you don't, well, it's just going to decline you. So you're going to have to answer the 2 questions to get in. All right. So that's the wrong one. What am I doing? Yeah, here we are. Oh, sorry. Back here. I was like, what am I doing? So there's that. We do have a Patreon. Patreon members. All you Patreon members out there that already support the channel, God bless each and every one of you. Huge thumbs up.
Thank you all.
We love everyone. Huge thumbs up. If you want to consider help supporting the channel further, we do have a Patreon channel. There it is on the channel right there. Patreon.com/TallManClan. Little as $5, guys. It's a cup of coffee. So there you go.
And we post all kinds of cool things there.
Yeah, I'm due to post something else up there.
Yeah.
What was it that you wanted me to post? There was something we were talking through. Somebody like, oh, you need to post that.
Yeah, it was something from like a couple of cruises ago or something that
I can't even remember.
I don't remember what it was. We'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, we like to video as many of the shows that allow us to video them. If they're not copywritten issues or whatever, we can't put them on YouTube because of popular music in them. But we post all the shows. So if you want to see any of the shows that are on any of the ships that we record, you know, like some of the Aqua shows are up there to get an idea of those. We post all that stuff there. We did post the Michael Jackson show up there from the.
Yes, you did that one.
Did that one? Yeah, from the Grandiosa. So
yes, you did post that one.
Yeah. Okay. Back to a couple of the comments here. Roderick's like, make it an excursion. I mean, going down there to work. Yeah, right. John says, I wonder if the Bahamian government would make more money instead of a cruise line as a private island. So that, oddly enough, is what I was thinking. Is that
they want a little piece of the action.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Bahamas, like maybe about a year or so ago, announce that they were going to be building a water park in Nassau?
I seem to
At the
remember
port?
that. Yeah, I seem to remember that.
Does anybody else remember that? Anybody? Bueller? Anyway, we were just there. We saw them digging some stuff like a year ago in the area that they said was going to be a water park. I think it's like one slide. It's not a water park.
I'm not sure there's even a slide there. It's like a splash park or something.
I don't know.
I think it's like a splash area for kids.
But yeah, I wondered the same thing if they're trying to create a private thing, but I don't think that's what it would be. I just don't think. Now, again, 24 miles, 6 miles at its widest location, 110 square miles. It's not tiny, but it's not really big either. So they could put the container port at one side and a cruise ship on the other and have their own little private thing. But
they certainly could.
Then what cruise line is going to take their ship to the Bahamian private island when they can take it to their private island? Right? So I don't think that's it.
I mean, I think there's only, a limited space available for some. For instance, I mean, we were just on the Grandiosa. We didn't go to their private island. We went to Nassau.
We did.
So, I mean, if there's not space available, then I guess it gives you another option.
And that's what I think the thing is. There's so many more ships coming into the industry that they need another place to park ships.
Yeah, I think so.
And so to keep them in the Bahamas, because you can still get there, it's going to have to be the southern ports like Fort Lauderdale and Miami, but you can still get there in enough time, meaning in a shorter cruise.
Yes.
And so to alleviate maybe a lot of stuff that goes in NASA. But, anyway. All right, let's see here. I just keep on moving the mouse the wrong way, everybody. I'm so sorry. Little one says, yes, survival excursions. Everybody get undressed and put on your leaves. We're going to leave you to survive for 5 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Macrina says, hey, is there a event cruise? What's that? Oh, I'm trying not to sneeze. There is an event cruise, everybody. For those who are new to the channel, if you look over there next to Lisa's head, November 8th, 2026. I don't want to talk about it only too much because I don't have the promo video to share with you guys yet. I hopefully will have it in a couple days, believe it or not. We've been working on it. So it's going to be November 8th, 2026, like you see, on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston. 7 days, going down to, all the standard Caribbean ports, not to Mayaguana. But if you don't know, and that's why I want to have the promo video up, this is not just a group cruise. We call it an event cruise because Lisa and I, we are going to be putting on lots of events for those who attend. For those who were on the event cruise this past year on the Carnival Horizon, we actually had this whole thing on the Carnival Horizon. Not our desks here, but this whole lighting rig and the backdrop and all this stuff. I mean, we put on a show for everybody. And not just one, but we had 9 different events on that 8-day cruise. 9 different events.
We had lots of fun.
And for the moment, the only price of admission is just booking the cruise. Now, we're not travel agents, so we're not making a commission here, guys. All that stuff we gave you, the cash and the gifts and all this, comes out of our pocket. It wasn't even sponsored. Oh, I'm sorry. Carnival gave us a couple things. They did.
They did. They
so
gave
we got
us
a couple of ships on a stick.
They gave us a couple of, They gave us a ship on a stick. They gave us a couple of medals.
Yep. And a bottle of wine.
Actually, we got 2 bottles of wine. One was from John Heald. One was from our customer service
manager.
Yes.
Yep. Yes. So outside of that, everything else
Carnival.
comes out of our pocket. So
yes. And John.
Y'all want to come and join us and have some fun. We'll have the promo video out here so you guys can see some of the things that we did on the last event cruise, but we'd love to have you. If you want to go on the event cruise, you need to send me an email. There's my email, tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. I will forward you Kathy's information. Kathy is the travel agent that we're using to book. We've used her services and her company for decades. Okay. You need to book into the group. That is the only requirement. You have to book into the group. But I can tell you, you want to come join us this year because all future event cruises is probably going to cost a little more because we want to up this a bit. And that costs money. Like we want to bring on some extra entertainers. I'd love to have the 3 tenors. The Las Vegas tenors.
Too, yes.
I'd love to have those guys.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
They're coming for free.
Yeah.
Right? That's why like those music cruises, if you want to go on a music cruise, it's, $1,500 per person for an inside cabin. Well, it's because you're paying for the entertainment. We're the entertainment. No, but so, it might be $50 per person. I don't know. Could be $100. Could be $300. I don't know. But, we are putting together these big events on the ship for you guys. Right? So, yes, we hang out. Yes, we have dinners together and different things. But we put on a show for you guys. So come and join us November 8th, 2026 on the MSC Seascape. Again, I already got
Send us
the email.
an email.
Send us an email. I'll forward you Kathy's information. Get the cabins while they're there. We have the pricing. I will email you the pricing. The pricing's in our Facebook group.
It is.
Go to the Facebook group. The pricing's in there. You see what the cabins are. Respectfully, for prices these days, relatively inexpensive.
Yeah, not too bad.
Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Come spend some time with us. All right. Let's get back to some of the comments.
All right.
Yes, a lot of posting. Songs like, yes, it's all about the money. It is. And I think that's why the Bahamas are doing. Yes, event cruise. Patreon. Whoop, whoop. Yes, thank you, Macrina. Thank you very much, Roderick. Good to see you. The Cam Fam, welcome. Good to see you guys. How are you doing? You missed a lot of the fun tonight. You can always just rewind and catch it. They were building what appeared to be digging in October. Yeah, but they were digging there last year.
In the Bahamas, yeah.
In NASA, yeah, I don't know what it was.
NASA, thank you.
She says, or I mean to say in February that was. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I remember that. They see the billions of cruise lines are making, and now they were an integral part of their wealth. Yeah, they were. They leased them the islands. Now they want some too. Well, I mean, I get that. I mean, they get that at Freeport, NASA, all the taxes they get from the islands. I mean, they're not getting money, right? But I don't know. They're taking what I'm going to classify as a little piece of heaven and going to turn it into into a disaster. That's just my opinion. It's going to end up being, it's just going to lose all its charm, right? Because they're going to have to build all the things that it's going to take to support 20,000 people showing up every day.
Yeah, it's not going to be a small community anymore. That's all going to be gone.
The roads and the traffic and the trucks and the gas station. You mentioned gas stations, all the fuel for the buses, and I mean, it's one thing after the next. You set that ball in motion, it's a snowball that's going to get really big as it's going downhill. I'm just saying, that's going to be a big one. Bev says 301 days. I know, right?
Yay!
We had fun. We played games, trivia, and we got to kiss the ring. I'll have to wear the Cruise Father shirt. I haven't brought that out since we've gotten back. Yeah, we actually created a whole bunch of new merch, but website. There's so much stuff we're working on.
I know. Oh my gosh.
So much time and no money. Macrina says the 2025 event cruise was epic. I know it really was.
Thank you.
Ashley says hashtag license plate gate. Oh yeah. You just wait. I'm planting another one. Danny's like, Macrina's like, Danny, you got to kiss the ring? I couldn't even touch the buttons. No one's allowed to touch my buttons except for her. We need the replay of Tall Man Feud. That one is not in the highlights. Yeah, I got to get back to that. I will try to do that this week. So we had like 6 cameras rolling for all this stuff, guys. So I have all 6 cameras loaded up. They're all aligned. Everything's been time aligned, all that stuff. Just that file alone is like nearly a terabyte. It's crazy. Anyway, I had to get it off the computer and put it on the external. The other thing was, for those who were there, the actual software that runs the game failed. So for me to create the video the right way, I have to go back and actually redo it and record that
with the sound
effects and all this stuff, right? So we're working on it. I promise me, but I'm going to do that. I promise. It's coming out. I promise. Is there an event cruise loyalty program? Ooh. I don't know. We'll have to, I don't know. Yes, Danny. It's called the Patreon Club, which I believe you are already a member of. Thank you very much, all of you. All kidding aside. Macrina's like, hashtag walk your legs off scavenger hunt aerobics. Scavenger aerobics. I know. Where is Baked Potato? We haven't seen Lisa. Get her, but Ashley, where's Lisa? We need Baked Potato. Good idea, Danny. See, if you were on the cruise, everybody, you would know what we're talking about. It was absolutely hysterical. Maybe I can just tease them. The funny thing was, I don't even remember the question. Do you remember what the question was?
What gets hotter?
Oh, yes.
The longer it goes, yes. I believe.
So that was the question. What gets hotter the longer it goes? And get 2 people up and Lisa, not this face. Lisa, this other person, Lisa. Chris is about to, and then doesn't say anything. She's like, baked potato.
It was awesome. I've never laughed so hard.
What? What the baked potato? Oh, my good Lord. Yes, we miss baked potato. Come on back, Lisa.
I know.
Bring your husband this time. Have a blast. Macrina says, I'm diamond with TMC.
Yes, you are.
Our kid's middle school band teacher is the sister of one of the three tenors. Oh, nice.
Nice. We were talking about the Las Vegas tenors.
Yeah,
He
I'm
said
sure
three
he's.
tenors,
Yeah,
but
I'm sure that's what he's talking about.
yes.
Yeah. I will have to say, Carnival Paradise has some hidden surprises for an older ship. Hee 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 hee. Excellent night. Thank you.
worry
Thank you, John.
me.
Appreciate you. Cruising with Chris M is saying hello to people. The Cam fan's like, booking a cruise. Cam, you best be booking the event cruise.
Yes.
November 8th. Tired of y'all. Group cruise. Event cruise. Come on. Robert's pants turning red and cold. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, my gosh. Dumped that daiquiri all over me. Went running. Macrina, hashtag Tall Men Feud Champions. I know, right? You got the cup to prove it.
Yes.
Campan says, looking forward to watching more of your videos since Vista's sister shipped to the horizon. Yep.
Nice.
What happens on the event cruise stays on the event cruise. That's right. I'll try to get her on sometime. What gets hotter with time, I know. Right? This room with all these lights. I want to see Ashley in my reaction when Lisa says big potato. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Her face was great.
The Cam Fam text is like, we have our own group. Not group cruise in November. Great. Bring it. Y'all can come with us. We welcome everybody. You know, it is time for a quick snack time because I'm starving. We've been at this for a little bit, and we need to end this soon, but we need to have snack time. So get your snacks, everybody. There you go, everybody. Snack time. We want to hear what you had for your snack tonight.
We obviously had popcorn here.
Popcorn. We love our popcorn.
Yes, we do.
We love our popcorn. All right, let's see what maybe others had. Let me move back over here. Little one's like, I've been eating chili.
Yum. I
don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. Danny's been having popcorn.
Nice.
Macrina is having guava pastillo, straight from our favorite Cuban restaurant in Pembroke Pines. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. On that note, I know we did snack time late.
We did.
But it is late.
It is.
We've been here for a while, and I am tired of you guys. I'm just tired. Tired. So you know the drill, right? What's the drill? We don't have to go home, but we do have to get the out of here. Peace.